Okay, in this training I'll show you how to do amplitude training with the synchronized stimulation. You can use Zucor or a tone. For the purpose of this video, I just want to make sure you understand how to use the auto thresholding and auto adjust feature in NeuroField64. So I'm going to select my client, select and continue. I'm going to enable, I have two X3000s and two TDCS units hooked up, ACS, and let's set these guys up here to give stims, and there we go. All the data that you see on this page gets stored into history, so it's a good idea to set your site location so the next time you look at the patient history, you'll have that right in front of you. So I want to do long tracks here, and let's see, FP1 to O1, FP2 to O2. And let's see here, there we go. I'm going to select my protocol now. Right now I'm just going to open this guy up and scroll down, and I'm going to pick a theta and random noise protocol, and that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to save the stim and continue. I'm going to enable my EEG, enable the tone, and it's already on amplitude, so I'll leave that there. And I'll use RTH for this, which is real-time hit. Anytime your threshold is hit, you're going to repeat the frequency just like RTZ. QEG cap, and we'll do 32-second trainings. Save and continue. Now it's going to open up the threshold setups. I could do this a lot of different ways. I'm going to actually turn everything off. And the reason I want to do that is I want you to see how to do the auto setup. You really don't have to have anything enabled here. There are a bunch of CAN protocols for Z-score and for amplitude training. But in amplitude training, you really don't know where the person is in terms of their amplitude level. So we're going to let the computer figure that out for us. And so I'm going to click on next, and I'm just going to scoot through this guy here. No coherence is set up, right? So everything's off. That's good. And so now I'm going to continue, and I'm just going to start the treatment. So NeuroField's going to fire up here, and right now we don't have anything coming through here, so I want to open my signal generator. I'm going to create a maybe somewhere around 10 hertz, and somewhere around there, start it, and there we go. Now we have a signal going in, and let's close this guy. So here you can see all my RMS values as they're kind of humming along. And what I want to do is I want to do a squash here. I'm going to set up all 19 channels to do all 11 frequency bands that you see here, from delta all the way up to gamma. So right here you click on adjust threshold settings, and it's going to open this guy up for you. Now you can see the first stims being given, and in a second here the EEG will continue as it is now, and we're going to move this guy over here. And what you can see here is there's a drop down menu. It has all 19 sites. If you want to do a 19 channel squash on all 19 channels, you can just select any one of these. I'll just select FP1, and then I'm going to enable all the channels, and by clicking the enable box here. Okay, so now they're all enabled, and I'm going to click on update FP1, and there it is. And now you can see FP1 is activated for all the channels here. Now what I want to do here is I want to copy this setup to all the channels. So I'm going to click on copy to all, and now I've just enabled all the channels. And now if I want to, I can click on auto adjust, and what that's going to do now is it's going to set the amplitude level for us. So I'm going to click on auto adjust all, and now immediately what the computer does is it takes the RMS value and it sets it for you. And it's going to start thresholding on that value. I can click it again and you'll see it set itself again. This is a fixed value. It won't change unless you keep on clicking on it. Now you can auto adjust for all the channels, or you can auto adjust for just one channel. Now what I want to do now is click on auto adjust all and have it do a timed auto adjust where it's actually going to adjust every 1 second. So I'll wait for the stim to finish here, and now it starts up, and I'm going to click on auto adjust all. And now what's going to happen is you're going to see these RMS values start to slowly change. And what happens here is you have the RMS level, and it is offset by whatever number is in this box. We have offsets of 0.5 here with a gamma offset of 0.2. So whatever that number is in your downtraining, just take that number and subtract 0.5 to it, and that's going to be your threshold level. Now, and you can see what these levels are set at right now. What I'm going to do is change the reward and bring that down until we start getting hits on these channels. And we want to see these guys come into the levels here. And let's see what this looks like. We're going to click on auto adjust again, and they're all pretty close, but they're all going to be slightly above, which is why you're not seeing that much of a hit right now. So if I start lowering the levels, I could bring each one of them in to the range in which they would actually get a hit. And right now in gamma, you can see gamma is running at about 5.3, and so I'm going to stop the auto adjust, and I'm just going to start grabbing sliders here and lowering them. And as I do that, what that's going to do is it's going to create a level that would give you a hit. You see it right there. You see gamma all of a sudden becomes a hit, and then here's the next one, here's the next one, and I can start creating hits across the board for all these guys, except if it hits the rails there. And so all of a sudden now we're going to copy all to all, and now all of a sudden now we're starting to get hits for everybody. So the auto adjust is really a fine-tuned little tool here that allows you to find the current RMS level of the person and set the threshold just right under it or just right above it. You can change the offset value to whatever you want. If you want to change it to 2, you can change it to 2 microvolts. It's all up to you. And then you can click on auto adjust all, and then based on that offset, it's going to reset everything based on that value that you put in that box. So here you see the RMS 7.1. It sets the upper to 5.1. Okay, so that's how your auto thresholding works. It's a pretty nifty little tool. It works right on the fly. You can leave this working in the background. Once you set it the way you like it, you can minimize it, and it disappears here. It's actually down at the bottom of the screen here. But if you want to get it back, all you have to do is just click on auto threshold settings again, and it will reopen that window for you. All right, that's Amplitude training in a nutshell.